Beneath the shimmering veil of modern society, humanity carries within it a reservoir of untapped potential, a hidden power that lies dormant in the hearts of individuals. This latent force, overlooked and underestimated, quietly waits for the moment when it can awaken and reshape the course of history. Few recognize its presence, but those who do are forever changed, for it is the essence of resilience, creativity, and boundless compassion that defines the human spirit. In the bustling metropolis of Arcadia, a city gleaming with technological marvels, yet shadowed by widening social divides, a young woman named Alara struggled to make sense of her existence. Amid the chaos of deadlines and digital distractions, she often found herself drawn to the simplicity of the natural world. Her small apartment was adorned with plants and books, a sanctuary of life and knowledge amidst the concrete jungle. Yet, something within her felt incomplete, a yearning she could neither name nor satisfy. One evening, as she wandered aimlessly through the city's winding streets, her gaze fell upon a peculiar sight. An elderly man sat beneath a grand oak tree, playing a haunting melody on a violin. The notes danced in the crisp air, weaving a story of sorrow and hope. Mesmerized, Alara approached him, her footsteps light, as if afraid to disturb the magic of the moment. The man, whose name was Alaric, looked up with eyes that seemed to hold centuries of wisdom. "Music has a way of revealing truths we often ignore," he said, his voice like the rustling of autumn leaves. "Do you hear it, the call of something greater?" Alara nodded, though she couldn't articulate what she felt. They spoke for hours, Alaric sharing tales of ancient civilizations and the hidden power he believed every human carried. "It is a force that connects us," he explained, "a sleeping giant that stirs in times of great need." Intrigued but skeptical, Alara returned home with Alaric's words echoing in her mind. Over the following weeks, she began to notice things she had overlooked before: the kindness of strangers, the unspoken unity in shared struggles, and the fleeting moments of beauty that punctuated life's challenges. Slowly, she started to see humanity not as fragmented and flawed, but as a tapestry woven with threads of extraordinary potential. One day, an unprecedented crisis struck Arcadia. A massive cyber attack crippled the city's infrastructure, plunging it into chaos. Electricity failed, communication networks went dark, and fear spread like wildfire. Amid the panic, Alara felt a strange calm, as if the moment she had been unconsciously preparing for had arrived. She rallied her neighbors, organizing efforts to share resources and care for the vulnerable. What began as a small act of leadership sparked a chain reaction, inspiring others to rise above their fears and work together. Stories of resilience and ingenuity began to emerge across the city. A group of engineers repurposed old machinery to generate electricity for hospitals. Artists painted murals that transformed despair into hope. Musicians played on street corners, their melodies reminding everyone of their shared humanity. The crisis, devastating as it was, became a catalyst for an awakening. Alara sought out Alaric, eager to share what she had witnessed. She found him at the same oak tree, his violin resting at his side. "The giant stirs," she said, her voice trembling with emotion. Alaric smiled, his expression a blend of pride and anticipation. "Do you see now? The hidden power of humanity is not an individual gift, but a collective force. It thrives in connection, in the courage to face adversity together." The city of Arcadia transformed in the wake of the crisis. The bonds forged during those dark days became the foundation for a new way of living. Communities prioritized cooperation over competition, and innovation was driven by the desire to uplift rather than outpace. The awakening of humanity's hidden power had set Arcadia on a path toward a brighter future. Alara, once a solitary dreamer, became a leader and a symbol of what was possible when people embraced their shared potential. She continued to visit Alaric, whose health began to decline, though his spirit remained as vibrant as ever. "My time here ends," he said one day, "but the power I spoke of lives on. It is infinite, passed from one generation to the next." Years later, as Alara stood beneath the grand oak tree, now a symbol of the city's resilience, she reflected on the journey that had brought her there. The sleeping giant of humanity's potential was no longer dormant. It had awakened, and in doing so, it had revealed a truth that could not be forgotten. Within each heart lies a spark, and when united, those sparks ignite a flame that can illuminate even the darkest of times. Arcadia's story spread, inspiring cities and nations to look within and recognize their own hidden power. The world began to change, not through the efforts of a few, but through the collective awakening of many. And so, the sleeping giant of humanity, stirred by courage and compassion, rose to its full height, forever altering the course of history.